What's up, everyone? Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. I had a scare. I sat down at my computer to go live, and I click on whatever all my stuff to start the stream, and it's like you have to request access to streaming. And I'm like, what? What happened? What did I do? And I was so confused, and I thought I was gonna have to cancel streaming tonight. Like, literally thought I was gonna have to cancel streaming tonight. And then I realized I was on a different YouTube account that I don't do videos off of, and I don't go live off of, and I don't have access to live streaming on that account because I don't do it. So I switched to my regular account, and all is fine and dandy, of course. The reason I was on the other account was I was trolling somebody. And obviously I don't want to troll with my actual YouTube account. Good times, good times. Yeah. So, unfortunately, kind of the same thing today. I'm in a bit of a hurry. So we're just going to crank through the charts. Shorty's going to be live at 9 Eastern. What's it called? Market was not the best today, at least not in my opinion. Unfortunately, they faded the area that I was looking for a bounce. They bounced right above that. But the overall move today was just not big. Let's see. .4 points. If you caught the initial move, like, you were solid. For me, I didn't get home. Let me turn all this off. I didn't get home until like right about here. And I went live with like my normal group of people, and I was basically saying like, this is looking super bullish. I don't want to be long here though. And then I basically looked over some stuff. So like I drew fibs, and I was saying when we were up here, I was like, oh, it wouldn't be bad. Oh, wait, no, this is not what I drew. Maybe it is. Oh, wait, I'm on regular trading hours. It's confusing me. Okay. So anyway, I drew the fibs, and then I was like, oh, the golden pocket might not be a bad spot to hop in long. But that was when we were up here. And I was like, yeah, I might take a long here, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then I looked left, and I was like, ooh, like, where is it? I guess it looks better on regular trading hours. I was like, oh, this looks clean right here. And if you notice, I basically just took the wicks all the way down to the body of the candle. And I was like, this is probably the spot to be in long. And basically right after I said that, they sold this off with massive aggression. And I was like, shit, maybe this isn't a good spot to be long. So I second guessed myself. I hesitated. I didn't take it. And then they bounced. And I mean, they didn't give us like a ton. It's like 20 points from here. But I was literally saying, if we take this, we should play it all the way up to the previous day value area high. And that's literally exactly what they did. It took all day, though, for that to play out. And at that point, I was like, I just told everybody, hey, like, some days it's better to not trade. And that's going to be one of those days for me. So I didn't take any trades today. And I just shut down and walked away. Because on days like this where we just have a massive, like, trend up, I have this issue of always looking for a reversal. And if we're trending up, like, the reversals are generally small, and I don't catch it, like the trade I'm looking for. And I don't want to be in long, like at the top of the range. So I struggle a little bit with these days, but good to just know where you are as a trader, and then, like, um, pick the best opportunities to trade, or in some cases, the best opportunities to not trade, right? I think if people that are struggling reflect inwards, they'll recognize that they're just trying to force a trade every day, and that does not work out in your favor. All right, let's get into this chart. Wow, super tight range. So we have a P-shaped profile, uppercase P, looking very bullish. We have a spike at the end of the day. Um, oh. So what I'm doing right now, I'm just doing to show people, um, you can chart TPO without having TPO. You just have to know, like, A period, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, right? This is our M period. If M makes a new high of the day or a new low of the day, that's considered a spike. And basically with spikes, we don't know what their intentions were at the end of the day. Like, were they planning on keeping on running this, or were they planning on rejecting from here and going lower? And we use that information so that the next day, um, based on how we open, we know what their intentions were the day before, right? I'll turn on TPO really quick just to show you guys, but also just showing you can do it without. Just because for TPO you have to have the premium um, package on TradingView, which is pretty expensive, and definitely like want to pick it up. What's it called? You want to pick it up when they have a sale, like the Easter sale or the Black Friday sale. Oh, also, I forgot to say this, but happy birthday, Corey. Everybody wish Corey a happy birthday year. Um, yeah. All right, let's turn off TPO. Whoa. All right, let's zoom out, see what we're doing right now. Um, I'm going to zoom out to a 5-minute chart. Pretty boring. Volume is okay. It's not great. Definitely a bullish candle with a shaved top. Um, I still think they're targeting this green zone up at the top. However, I was thinking about this today. Um, this closed cloud is just sketchy, but it looked like it's shifting up. So yeah, I definitely think we're targeting up here. But we just have to wait and see how it plays out. But we're inside this closed top, and generally a place where you're going to reject. So like we did here, we were rejected off of it, rejected off of it, rejected off of it, and but price is also pushing the cloud higher. So we just have to kind of see what happens. Generally, in a normal market, I would be like, oh, we're going to reject like any minute now. But with all the Trump news and everything, I really think they're trying to get up here. So, like I said, we just have to see how things play out. Let's take a look at our news for tomorrow. What today, like CPI was a wet noodle. It did nothing. Or PPI, sorry. Oh, really? Nothing tomorrow. We have consumer sentiment and inflation expectations, 7 a.m. So 30 minutes after the market opens. And so things might get pretty volatile right after the open. This is ugly. Like the wicks, like how do you analyze this? Like the wicks on the upside and below. Like I don't know what's what. All right, I think I got it. Let me see what futures are doing. Wow, so they dumped. I mean, not it's 10 points, but they're selling off pretty good out the gate here. We're right around 602. Yeah. This is not a terrible spot to be long on futures. We're at the weekly VWAP, and you can see we've bounced there twice. I'm expecting them to bounce right here. It's not like a trade I would take, but they're probably going to give us a bounce here. So, I wouldn't be mad. And I wouldn't be mad. Right? Um, oh, we forgot to do one thing. It's not going to change anything for me, but we can do SIGs over the last, I don't even know, 5 days, I think. 6 days, something like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I should have stuck with my first guess. Um, First candle, last candle, turn off session volume profile. Row size 68. Let me throw this out there really quick. New mom is a very hard job. I woke up today and what my wife and my baby are passed out on the floor. And I know she's just exhausted. You know, it's a lot of work. But big props to all you moms out there. Thank you for everything you do. All right. If we do get through our spike here, we're going to be watching for puts here. I would definitely be closing calls here, though. Just and then I'm not even going to bother marking this just based on where we are. But if we're down here, actually, I'll mark it. Fuck. Why would I not? So I think you guys can see based on what I'm saying. Overall, I'm bullish. Yeah, not super excited even about puts here. Up at this range, like our third sig, whatever, definitely more interested in being short or in puts. But I think we're going to push it up higher tomorrow. Today was pretty... I mean, again, we got a move at the open, but then the rest of the day was kind of just a slow, flat grind up. And we're still, you know, stuck in the range that we're stuck in for the last 5 days. But I think they're going to want to grind this higher. So let me go ahead and post this in the Discord. Oh, and also, just I apologize, everybody. I haven't even had time to like look for option setups really this week. Just it's been a week. Let's say that. Also, I should tell you guys. Just kind of give you a heads up. A month from now, I'm going to be MIA. My son, let me see if the best way I can show this. So when I say this, like, this isn't bragging, it's fact. This school is for profoundly gifted youth. And you have to, the only way to get in is like, well, I'm not going to try to find it, but basically, like, you have to have like an IQ test, and you have to have an IQ over a certain level to even be considered for this school. And Anyway, so my son is a member of the school, and like every year they do. The school itself is located in Reno, Nevada. Um, yeah, I think they're accumulating for a big move. Triple G. Um, Thank you, Timothy. Um, so anyway, every year they do like a summer camp, and it's really cool. It's on the Reno, Nevada campus, um, college campus, and the kids stay in the dorm rooms. And so, because we live in California, like he can't attend in person at the school, but super cool for him once a year. I'm trying to figure out the best way to word this, like, but for him as a child, like he either gets along with kids that are way younger than him, where he's not trying to have conversation with, like younger children. He'll just play with them, like doing goofy crap, whatever, like playing with, Legos and Hot Wheels and whatever. Not really having conversation. Or he'll play with children that are, like 5 or 6 years older than him, where he can actually have like intellectual conversation with them. But he doesn't really hang out with kids his age, just because he can't relate to them. He can't, doesn't, I don't know. Just can't really have conversations with kids his own age. At least not stimulating for him, I guess. But so this is cool. Once a year, he gets to go to this and be, around kids that are also like profoundly gifted. And it's the only time I see him play with kids that are around his age, which is cool. So anyway, July 6th, which is a Sunday. I'll be shooting him up there, and then I'm going to stay in Reno. It's like 5 days, 4 nights that he'll be at the summer camp. And then afterwards, I'm going to grab him and bring him back home. But instead of like going back and forth, I'm just going to take a little trip basically and just hang out up there. The plan is really just to eat some food and drink some beer. I've thrown it out there before, but if anybody's up in that area and wants to get together for a beer, hit me up. It's just going to be me. My wife and the baby are going to be staying home, so. Yeah, that would be cool. Anyway, that's going to do it for tonight. Gosh, I almost feel like I have some weirdness to say, but I'm gonna hold my breath here. Yeah, something's bothering me a little bit that's being said in Discord, but my people here know what's up, and I don't need to steer you guys in the right direction. You already know the right direction. So I'll hold my breath. But with that said, huge thanks to all the subscribers. Extra big thanks to the friends of the stream. Big thanks to all the people that chat and interact. You guys keep things interesting. And I appreciate you guys. If you're new here, basically 5 days a week, Sunday through Thursday, we look at SPY, look at what we're expecting for the next day. We're generally pretty accurate. And then normally, like a couple times a week, I'll go over option setups that I'm looking at. Unfortunately, this week's been pretty slow just because I've been busy and I haven't had time to look at a bunch of charts. Oh, wow, they just dumped. Okay, angry. Woohoo! They could definitely bounce here. But if they don't hold this level, we're going lower. I'm trying to draw the level before they go through it. There they go. Yeah. They had to hold this. What the hell happened? This is news. Wow. They angry. Alrighty. I don't even know where price is anymore. So all of my levels just got blown out of the water. We'll have to see what they do tomorrow. Um, the big thing is they are being volatile. The big thing is you guys know what to do, you know, or you should. If we break above a level, get 3 5-minute candles, retest, then you want to go long. If we break below 3 5-minute candles or more, retest, you want to go short, so on and so forth. I don't know why I can't see where price is right now. That's weird. Anyway, I don't really care. But anyway, yeah, so so go live 5 days a week, Sunday through Thursday. Generally look for option setups a couple of days a week. And then normally like once or twice a week, my mentor goes live and he'll talk about futures. He'll be live tonight in about an hour at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then definitely tune in for that. And then generally once or twice a month, we'll do a class on trading and what we look for. I'll be doing a class this weekend. It's going to be a private class for Keenan's Discord, basically. But after I do the class, I'll leave it private for a little bit, and then I'll make it public so everybody can see it. But initially, it's going to be a private class. So, I wonder... I'm trying to figure out if on Keenan's I can do... Yeah, I can't. Maybe I'll talk to Keenan. If I could do a stage chat, that would be awesome, where I could do a voice chat and not have people being able to join and just speak, because everybody joins with open mics and it's very distracting and hard to teach classes that way. But I think it would be cool if we could have people join and raise their hand to talk. Yes, Triple G. I'm going to try to go live at least once a week, if not twice a week on YouTube. Okay? I'm just glad when we did go live, we finally caught the move we were looking for. Because that was not fun in the beginning. But I also think it's important for people to see that side of trading where it's like there's not always a setup, right? We're not always able to be in a trade. Sometimes we got to sit in our hands and wait for them to come to our levels that we're looking for. And yeah, it is what it is. Where are we at now? So yeah, they're trying to bounce again. We're at monthly. We bounced right on the monthly VWAP. Anyway, so with that said, as always, much love, everybody, much respect, and we will see you tomorrow. Peace out. Bye.